Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 48 Blitz OT. Thank you for staying up super late tonight for, of course, 48 Blitz OT. It is, of course, digital host AJ Wiest here. We have 48's Carl Prather. He is going to be joining in momentarily. But until then, I will be recapping the scores for some of these games here across North Alabama, and there were some good ones here in week 8. I got to start out by talking about the 48 game of the week, which was undoubtedly, in my personal opinion, the game of the week. There is no doubt about that. And that game, of course, is Austin and James Clemens. Austin defeating James Clemens tonight with a walk-off field goal late in the game. The Black Bears defeat the Jets 31-28. Super close game right there. And of course, 48's Cam Durr was there. She'll be talking with some players, coaches, and she will have more for you all coming up later on in the show tonight. But a big win there for Austin. And that's what football is all about, those close games. And whichever team prevails that comes up with the victory, it is always super rewarding. But shout out Austin tonight, the Austin Black Bears. Well-earned win in the 48 game of the week. And I also got to talk about this upset win tonight. And I think you guys might know where I'm going. The Boaz Pirates upsetting Guntersville. Guntersville suffering their first loss of the entire season tonight. Boaz wins that game 42-35. Big upset win there for the Boaz Pirates. So if you're from Boaz, congratulations. Big win tonight. And if you're from Boaz, shout them out. Shout out the Pirates. That is what we want to see right here. But awesome win there for Boaz. And we got to talk about a shootout game tonight, another close game. A shootout tonight, Scottsboro and Arab. In that matchup, Scottsboro survived the Knights 50-47. That is a wild game there. An offensive showdown, no doubt about it. A barn burner. Scottsboro winning that game 50-47. So shout out Scottsboro as well. And last night we got to talk about kind of the unofficial team for 48, and that is, of course, the Athens Golden Eagles. Athens got back in the win column last night with a shutout victory over Columbia. And certainly the shutouts and the multi-score wins did not shy away this week here in week 8. There were several here in North Alabama. Mars Hill Bible shutout win tonight, so shout out to the shutout win teams. Mars Hill Bible, of course. Sylvania with a shutout win tonight, I believe at their homecoming. Collinsville also got a shutout win tonight. Falkville, Appalachian, all shutout wins. And if I'm missing it, I believe that is all the shutout wins here across the Tennessee Valley. But if your team got a shutout win tonight and I did not shout them out, make sure you comment, make sure you let us know. But way to go to those teams there. Definitely got to shout out those teams. And a lot of big win games tonight. Hackleburg, they beat Shoals Christian 48-10, a statement win for Hackleburg there. Another statement win, Meek really beating Cherokee 68-28. Insane score there. Pisgah, they just keep on rolling. Pisgah winning 58-6 tonight. Pleasant Valley, this is a closer game. And this Pleasant Valley North Sand Mountain game, a 6-point game. Pleasant Valley winning 26-20. Other games, let's see. Geraldine with a big win tonight, 69-21 over Whitesburg Christian. Big win there for Geraldine. East Lawrence with a big win over Wilson, 46-22. Madison Academy, they defeated St. John Paul 48-7. Plainview, they keep on rolling as well. 41-18 over New Hope. So a big win there for Plainview as well. But let's see, do we have any comments? Jason, I see Jason commented here on Facebook. Jason, how are you doing tonight? Jason said Ardmore over East Limestone 42-24, and he of course said go Tigers. Yes, Jason, that was another win tonight. Ardmore, shout out Ardmore with a big win tonight. And of course, Hartselle, they keep on rolling as well, defeating Jasper 34-21. Coleman over Decatur 42-14. Fort Payne with a big win over Hazel Green 56-29. So definitely shout out there. The Florence Falcons, they keep on flying. They defeated Huntsville tonight 34-7. Big win, the Falcons over the Panthers there. And of course, this 48 game of the week was definitely one for the books. Anytime it goes down to the last seconds there with a walk-off field goal, you know there is a lot of excitement. Austin, those Black Bears keep on rolling. Buckhorn won tonight. They defeated May Jemison, or I believe Buckhorn was last night. They defeated May Jemison 23-14. So shout out Buckhorn as well. Brooks over Lexington. Brooks taking that win 45-6. Bob Jones, they continue playing at a high level, defeating Albertville, of course, 42-7. So big win there. And we got to talk about this Sparkman-Grissom game. Sparkman did not have a whole lot of trouble with Grissom there. Sparkman won 48-10 over Grissom. So another big game there. And we're just going to keep on talking about these scores. I'm still looking. Jason said he was there. How was it there, Jason? How exciting was it? Was it too cold? I haven't been outside this evening. Is it cold out there? I'm not too sure. Let's see. Do we have any comments on YouTube right now? I am not seeing any at the moment. Oh, yes, I do see one. Bob Jones, of course. Yes, thank you so much. I think that is Kane. Kane said Bob Jones beat Albertville 42-7. Yes, Bob Jones, the Patriots, they keep on rolling. Thank you so much for commenting, Kane. Definitely appreciate it. Jason said it was a great game. It sounds like it was a great game. Absolutely. We're just going to keep on talking about some of these scores. Of course, 48's Carl Prather. He's going to be joining in momentarily. We'll talk about this North Jackson game. They defeated Westminster Christian 52-3 tonight. So shout out North Jackson as well. Deschler over West Limestone. Deschler taking that win 34-14. And I believe we are about all set to roll on with the show. So we have 48's Carl Prather. He's going to be joining in. And without further ado, I think it is time we send it over.
Watching 48 Blitz OT, sponsored by Alabama Concrete.
Welcome in everyone. North Alabama, Tennessee Valley. It is our 48 Blitz OT show. I'm your host, Carl Prather. For those new to this format, we want to say welcome. It's all about our high school football kids, right? Our student athletes across the valley each and every Friday night across the valley and the Tennessee Valley in North Alabama. Those that are new or unfamiliar rather with our show, we welcome you back. Special thanks to Alabama Concrete. They have literally been with us throughout the whole high school football season. Thank them so much for continuing to be our sponsor for this show. Folks, let's get right into it, right? We are just making our way to the playoffs, and one of those games had to deal with Hackleburg in Class 1A facing Shoals Christian. Flames offense trying to light a fire under the tails, though, but it wasn't working. Preston Nippers receiving the ball, not quite making it to a first down. Hackleburg showing their A game tonight. One touchdown right after another in the whole first half. Blaze victory, passing to David Delaney into the end zone. Hackleburg, they're ranked in the top 5, folks, in Class 1A. They got a big victory tonight, 48-10. So an awesome night for our Hackleburg Panthers out there. We make a move over to our scoreboard. And here they are, just a few of our scores from across the valley tonight. Pisgah gets a big win, 58-6. So Pisgah wins tonight, and they win the region championship in Class 2A within their region because Pleasant Valley took care of North Sand Mountain. So North Sand Mountain had an opportunity to be able to make something interesting within that as Pisgah and North Sand face each other next week. But because North Sand Mountain lost, Pisgah wins because all they have is one game left within region play, and they're undefeated right now. So even if they did lose next week, they have the tiebreaker over Pleasant Valley, who beat North Jackson. A long way around to say Pisgah's your region champs, regardless of the outcome next week in the region finale. Decatur Heritage all over Red Bay, 35-6. Bars Hill Bible with the shutout, 47-0 over Colbert Heights. Lauderdale County gets a shutout as well, 49-0 over Rogers. Russellville, big win, big bounce back win there. They take down West Point, 44-13. Lawrence County, big win tonight by 3 over the Bulldogs of Priceville. We continue our scoreboard. Coleman gets a big win at home in Bearcats country, 42-14 over Decatur. Hartzell gets a big win over Jasper. Jasper beat Muscle Shoals a week ago by 1. So a big win for Hartzell as they prepare for Muscle Shoals next week. That's going to be a really good game for sure between those two proud programs. Buckhorn gets the win over May Jemison, 23-14. Bob Jones all over Albertville, 42-7. So we move to our 48 Blitz game of the week. So it was a battle of two teams in Class 7A Region 4 in action tonight. Austin, undefeated, ranked 6th in the state, looking to win a region title tonight with a win. James Clemens, on the other hand, looking to spoil those respective hopes and have a claim at potentially winning a region championship in their own right. They had to take care of business tonight and then get a little help next week as well. Our own Cam Durr was there for all of the action in Madison City School Stadium tonight and has a recap.
A region title on the line for the Austin Black Bears tonight. James Clemens hoping to keep their title hopes alive with a victory. Early on, it was all Austin. J.L. Davis with the pass to sophomore Landon Baker, who makes the one-handed grab, putting the Black Bears into the red zone. A few plays later, senior Gavin Fuquay finds the end zone, gives the road team the early 7-0 lead. More Black Bears in the second half. James Clemens wants to take a deep shot. That ball going to be picked off by Chase Davis. Heads the other way. Huge momentum change in this contest. Austin would make the Jets pay. J.L. Davis again. The slow mesh pass over the middle to Kenneth Joshua for another score. It was 21-0 Austin before James Clemens would get on the board courtesy of Ty Doty, who calls his own number from the wild jet formation. Black Bears would lead 28-17 at the break. And Austin leaves Madison with the Class 7A Region 4 title and the top seed in the playoffs in just 3 weeks with a big win on the road.
How about Austin? Black Bears get a win with that field goal there to win the contest on the road. They are your region champs in Class 7A Region 4. We are currently joined by the Black Bears head coach, head man in charge, Jeremy Perkins. Coach, first off, congratulations on the win. Congratulations to your student athletes and your organization on the big win on the road. I tell you, Friday nights are never easy in Class 7A football, and tonight was no different.
I mean, it's a game of momentum. We had the momentum early. James Clemens was able to get it right before halftime with a score to end the half, and we had a hard time getting it back. They kept it pretty much throughout the third quarter until towards the end of the ball game. We got a couple stops defensively and found some rhythm offensively and able to get the game-winning field goal.
Coach, walk us through, as you mentioned, when you're dealing with some guys that have played a lot of football in their careers in high school and been in some big moments, big games, adversity, had to be awesome to see the resolve of your young men when James Clemens looked to kind of take a little bit of the momentum and find a way to put your kicker in position to get that game-winning kick.
Well, and sports are all about momentum. When you get it, you got to keep it. When you don't have it, you got to make a play. You got to find a way to get it. You know, our defense was able to get a couple stops. We were pinned back most of the third quarter and the fourth quarter, and didn't want to make a mistake. And so we finally got a little momentum going and had to put together a really good drive. Made plays, had Kenneth Joshua, J.L. Davis, two guys that stepped up big. Our offensive line started paving the way and plowed the holes, and and did a good job of finding a way to win. In a very difficult situation in a hostile environment with the region on the line.
Coach, I want to leave you with this. I know you guys are traveling back to the high school. I just wanted to ask, for you and your organization and the proud Austin community, how sweet is it? It's just one of many goals that you and your organization have this season, but to win a region championship, the way you won the region championship, but more importantly on the road against a quality opponent, has to make your heart full, just knowing all that these young men, your coaches, student body, the administration put into this football season.
Well, it is a sense of pride, and to see how the kids grow throughout the season and through their careers, but also to see all the adversity they have to go through. There's a lot of unseen things that they're kids. So girlfriends break up with them. They get struggles at school. They all those things that they go through. They have to battle injuries. Things don't go their way sometimes, and they have to fight through all that adversity and learn to grow through that adversity. And these guys are growing up a lot.
Well said, Coach. Well said. Listen, I know you're getting back in town. You still got a lot of football to be played in the regular season before the postseason, but you're going to be playing in the postseason. Listen, congratulations. Thanks so much for taking some time out with us. Good luck the rest of the regular season, and we'll talk to you as you head into the playoffs.
Sounds good, Carl. Thank you.
Absolutely. That is Austin head coach Jeremy Perkins, class personified, one of the best coaches in North Alabama and the state. Big win for his program. They are region champs at the Class 7A Region 4 level. So for those that are not familiar with high school football here in our area, if you've just maybe moved here or visiting friends and family and you're out of our area or the state, the top 4 seeds in each region go to the playoffs. So in Class 7A, there's only 4 regions. Classes 1A through 6A, there are 8 regions. In Class 7A, only the top 32 teams, and it's per enrollment within your school. So the highest enrollment in the top 32 high schools in the state, they are all bunched into the Class 7A level. All of our North Alabama teams that are in Class 7A, they're in Region 4. 8 teams in there, and Austin has clinched their respective spot. They'll be able to host the first round playoff game coming up in 3 weeks. The high school football playoffs begin Friday, November 8th. Congratulations to Austin. Well, we continue Class 7A action because Huntsville made the trek to Brawley Stadium to take on the Florence Falcons. And the Falcons quarterback, Cade Davis, is going to find Jimmy McDonald with a nice pass there. McDonald gets a few yards and just enough for a Falcon first down. Huntsville trying to land on the board. William Carter looking to make something happen. Throws the ball to Jonah Batson. Nice run there, closer to the goal line. Florence, though, Kenny Morris's bunch get the win at home, big way, 34-7. Congratulations to the Falcons. Milton Frank Stadium. This was a nice contest as well. Sparkman off of a big win against James Clemens last week against the Grissom Tigers. So we start in the first quarter. This was all about defense. Sparkman's Keaton Williams looking downfield, but Kayshawn Barnes comes away with the interception there. Grissom hung around early in this game with some nice takeaways there. Sparkman, though, would really get their offense going down the stretch, and they walk away in a big way, big win for Sparkman. They've been playing really well lately, folks. They win 48-10. So really nice game there and a nice game over at Rebel Stadium. It's Central Florence taking on West Morgan. West Morgan win, they win the region. How about Hunter Palmer in the back of the end zone, courtesy of his quarterback, QB1 Jackson Brewer, who throws it to him there. Big score there for the Wildcats. Rebels trying to answer back, and they indeed do. Titan Partlow gets the ball to Ty Jones on the screen. Jones does the rest on the physical run down the field for 6. Wes Morgan's up a few TDs at the half, and they would go on to win a region title, 52-26. Class 5A Region 7 showdown. The Gunnersville Wildcats travel down to take on the Boaz Pirates. Listen, Gunnersville wins, they're going to win the region. Wildcats coming out of the gate with Julian Jordan, going to get the pass and run it for a long touchdown there. But Boaz and Jeremy Sullivan's group, come on Pirates, they get a big win over their crosstown rival. Gunnersville second in the state in 5A, but are upset on the road to Boaz 42-35. Arab Knights take on the Scottsboro Wildcats on their own turf. A lot of call and response in the first half. Your quarterback for the Wildcats, Jake Jones, going to break through the pack, dodging every defender he can before he trots it in for the first Wildcat touchdown of the game. This was the first of many, folks. Quick response by Arab. Drew Puccio there running a very similar play, QB keeper. I mean, light up the scoreboard. Almost had a basketball score out there, but Scottsboro would rally to get the big win, 50-47. Plays of the week, folks. So this is our voting each and every week. We do it each and every week of the high school football season. Your 3 nominees on your screen. It's Buckhorn, it's Randolph, it's North Jackson. You can vote right now if you head over to WAFF.com/play of the week. Our voting will run until Wednesday at 3, and then we'll announce our winner coming up Wednesday night during our 6 p.m. newscast on WAFF. Awesome night of high school football. I want to send a big shout out to all of our viewers watching on YouTube, our 48 Sports Zone app, Facebook, across the board. It's been an awesome night. Some region championships clinched tonight. Congratulations to a lot of teams that got some much needed victories as well. But it's all about the push toward the postseason. Next Friday, folks, it's the last regional regular season week of the season. After that, we'll know who makes the playoffs in 2 weeks as we head into Week 10. Week 10 will be non-region matchups for most of our area teams. There'll be a few teams that have regional games, maybe have some playoff implications there. But for the most part, all of our region football play ends next week. So it'll be exciting as we kind of start to narrowing the field and continue to make the trek and the journey and road to Birmingham. Protective Stadium will be the site of our Super 7 championships the first Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of December. Let's go to the Starship Enterprise. Let me send a big shout out to everybody in there. Everybody wave. Mike Brown did a fantastic job producing tonight, filling in for Katie Rainwater tonight. There's Paul Molling there, right there on the 1s and 2s as well. I see Tyler North in there. Who else is in there? Is that it? That's awesome, man. It looks like you all are like flying us to like Pluto or something. I don't know. It looks amazing in there. Captain Kirk around anywhere? Maybe you can find him somewhere. I don't know. But listen, congratulations to all of our teams. But more importantly, a big thank you to so many people behind the scenes. They make this thing work. Truly appreciative and humbled by all the hard work each and every week so many people put into our shows. And that's what makes it great because we want to serve you, our community, each and every Friday night. Folks, get ready for college football tomorrow. It's going to be absolutely bonkers. Yours truly going to get up and make the trek to Rocky Top, Neyland Stadium, the site of the Tennessee Volunteers hosting the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Auburn going to take the trip to Como and take on the Missouri Tigers. Just the second meeting in over a decade for those two franchises during the organizations during the regular season. So we'll see if Hugh Freeze and company can get a win after a bye week. UNA and Alabama A&M both off this week. They'll return back to action next week. We'll have you covered there. NFL on Sunday. And of course, getting ready for next week's slate of high school football games as well. I'll see you here throughout the weekend. I'll be in Neyland Saturday. I'll be back here in studio on Sunday in place of Cam Durr, getting her a little R&R relaxation there for her. For everyone in this building, for you at home, we thank you. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the games. And we'll see you back here next week. Good night, everyone.